No garage sales this morning.
It was raining.
Rain. God almighty. What's that?
And that's a foreign word in Texas.
We haven't had rain since about the June, around the 10th. Nothing since the 10th until now. It's been almost a month. No rain. But that's what it does here in July and August. Most of September is just dry. That's why I got the water going on my front yard. I'm going to have to get up and move my hose after a while.
We don't want to hear about your personal life.
Got to keep them hose in line. Morning, Carol.
So what did Todd do before the show? He played with his hose.
Sometimes you just got to move your hose.
Okay, for the record, Carol, my life is not consumed with Instagram. I rarely look at Instagram. So quit telling people I don't look at messages. I don't.
Harry Humstone. Yep,
All
over
right.
here we stack 'em high and deep.
See, you guys got to remember how much I hung out, how much I hung out with Dusty. I don't get Instagram notifications because there was a time we were like, how many notifications can we wipe out?
Mm,
And so I don't get Facebook notifications. I don't get Instagram. I don't get anything. I sold 750 last night. I had 58 or 59 lots.
nice.
So that's if I can average over $10 a lot, I'm pretty happy. Because that generally means my costs are generally $5 or less, and so if you're averaging over $10 a lot, I had a couple items go real big. I didn't realize I had something that was worth what it was, and I sent it to auction anyway. So Mike's here, the world's greatest picker. He can probably tell me that I should have. So I knew Snap On is that's tools for the rich people like Todd here.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Snap On ratchet go for $80. It was the swivel head ratchet. Um, I looked at it. It was at 20. It was at 29 or 30, and I'm like, man, $30. That's awesome. I paid four. And I looked at it again. It was at 80 immediately. I'm like, holy crap. Um, yeah, Larry, I know what Harlan sold. He didn't sell 751. Um, and so I looked it up. I'm like, surely to God, this thing is. But it was. It's sold on. That's about what it sold for on eBay. So the Craftsman ratchets were worth 30, 40 ish. The Snap On is another. I didn't realize it was worth almost triple. See, look. Well, there's one of Johnny's pictures on the screen. Light rain expected. It's raining here. It's been raining.
Mm,
So that means it's raining on this end of the 127 as well, which I didn't go to.
I would love it. So Gwen got her big bandage off yesterday.
There's still a lot of bruising there, huh?
Oh man. Yep.
So,
Yeah, a week with a pacemaker. Yep. She's doing
but
pretty
I get,
good, I guess.
but I guess temporary pain is worth hanging around for, right?
Yep. Yeah, they did a scan of it with some kind of machine. They said your battery's good for 15 years. So she'll have to go through all that again.
So
Getting a new battery in one of those sounds like it's almost as bad as getting one of those
I bet they have
pacemakers.
to. I bet they would just replace it, wouldn't they?
No, they actually changed the battery out.
Wow.
Yeah, just like Duracell, may not be the same type of battery as Duracell. But yeah, they laid that thing on over the pacemaker, and She pulled up her app on her phone, said, "Yep, you're good for 15 years battery, and everything looks like it's going good."
So if y'all wonder what
So,
I'm doing, I took a bunch of pictures yesterday, and last night I watched the auction instead of listing. So yeah.
Good morning.
hi Tom. Yeah, we were at the doctor's office a long time yesterday. She had two different appointments, one with the uh, pacemaker people and one with the cardiologist. So,
Yeah, so we got I mean news to deal with. So the one thing people don't talk about, you know, congratulations, Johnny, you beat cancer. But what chemo and stuff does to your body is just terrible. Chemo has made her teeth very brittle, and so she's got to have some dental work done. So that's a $5,000 bill that came
Oh,
yesterday.
wow.
Um, but it also gave her cataract, and so at some point in the next 2 or 3 years, she has to have cataract surgery. She's gonna push that one as far as she can because uh, she don't like cataract. Uh, so you know,
uh,
any of your loved
the,
ones that are facing cancer and go through chemo and that kind of stuff, understand that insurance and stuff doesn't like to cover on dental insurance is the worst anyway. But she's on Medicare. So if y'all don't, I don't know if y'all knew that Johnny's on Medicare because when you're 100% disabled through SSI, you're immediately put on Medicare, and so they do not cover anything dental, even though the doctors will prove that her dental work is due to the chemo. They will not cover it,
what's the
and I think we're going to the kidney doctor today. That's the other thing. The blessings of breast cancer also gave her chronic kidney disease now. They really messed with her kidney, so she has a kidney doc. Joni has 17 doctors, by the way. So one of them is a kidney specialist that she has to go to. I think she goes once every 6 months. So I think I'm actually being drugged to that today, um, because she wants me to take her out to lunch. I think that's her way of getting me to go to the doctor with her.
I thought you said kitty doctor, and I'm like, damn, has Scott got another one he hadn't told us about?
No, so Joni when she had real bad endometriosis
Right.
when they went in to look at it, her endometriosis was so bad that her ovaries, one of her ovaries was stuck to a kidney or something. I don't. There were two
Right.
organs. It was stuck to something now, and so they physically removed her ovaries. So, if uh, if we were blessed with another child, it'd be from the Lord thy God, the Immaculate Conception route.
yeah,
Uh, yeah,
like Elizabeth Abraham's wife?
correct.
Uh,
Well,
so
there is. You can always get Jacob a 13-year-old brother or sister.
He's always wanted to be an only child. Every time you've ever asked him, he's always wanted to be an only child.
Well, he can't always have what he wants. That's what I tell mine. You can't always have what you want.
Are we talking about the same nerd that stays in his bedroom all the time? Well, he listens. So we got back to listening on eBay. So
y'all
he
can
comes out of
always
his bedroom
adopt
to listen.
lag.
So I'm in somebody's chat yesterday, Josh Galt's chat, and
Yeah.
I'm like, Lag, are you following me around? And what response do I get from Lag? Hi, bearded picker. It's nice to meet you. And then he spends the whole entire chat acting like he doesn't know me. I mean, that's probably a good thing. A lot of people do that, but
Yeah. Every time I show up find on the morning show, the next live chat I see him in, like Josh's channel, he'll say, "I just found so and so," and I'll like that Dallas Cowboys jacket I showed. He went on like two or three different shows saying, "Hey," and he sees me in there, of course, and he says, "Hey, I just found a Dallas Cowboys vintage jacket." Asshole. Anyway, here's your new
and
one, Lag. I got a rain mate. You know what a rain mate is? It's
is
made
that your
by
idea? Is that how you're going to make rain since it's not there in Texas right now?
yeah. Uh, These are made by Rainbow Vacuums. It's just an air freshener, like humidifier deal. Sells for $40. It was $3 at the Lutherans.
Yeah. So here, so what did I do? I'm like, Johnny sends me a text message. She's like, it's gonna be $5,200. Can we afford that? She said, no, I played dumb. I'm like, no. I'm like, you're definitely gonna have to go to work now. And she's like, okay, I can help out more. I'm like, more from zero is not a big because I want her to make the Amazon videos of all the stuff we have. Yeah, that's a good. That's,
Logitech G535
yeah, those are
or
really nice.
533. It was $750.
So this afternoon we teach Johnny how to cross list. I'm getting all my shoes up so she can cross list them on. She actually listed some items on Poshmark, which was really nice. So trying to get Johnny more involved. She likes seeing what I find. She likes seeing what it sells for. But I'm like, those are the fun parts. You got to help me with the boring parts.
Yep.
So just listed those. If y'all need some, if you ladies need some really nice running shoes. Except mine, that's the listing I use. Mine are 10.5.
How'd your auction go last night?
Sold 750 on 59 lots. Not bad. I only bought 5 lots, so I spent another. I think I spent $60. Maybe 70. Let me check. I got an email with my invoice. But they just deducted out of my pay.
Scott, to change the subject for a second,
No.
do they have a lot of? Are they building a lot of high density subdivisions around Huntsville?
What's a high density subdivision?
Like the houses sit about 6 feet apart.
We're there's one in Meridianville, and they look like the houses look like they're as big as a cell phone. They're all
Yeah,
straight up. They're like they remind me of the old shotgun houses, sort of.
yeah,
You know,
right,
that's shotgun houses, but that size.
right.
Yeah, there's one actually going up in Meridianville. Like a company came in, you can see them lay out all the work, and then then they started putting these houses up. I'm like, you can stand between them and touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting one out here, but that's the only one I've seen so far. But so
Okay.
I spent $82 on 5 lots.
You can have it back now.
So I bought boxes. In fact, I think I got a box problem. I bought more boxes last night at the auction. So they had U-Haul medium boxes. I paid $18 with the fees and everything. It was $20, and got 19 medium U-Haul boxes. So that's right at $1 a piece. I'm like,
That's good.
they're about $4 a box. So I'm like, you know what?
Even if people, even if people are not actually looking for merch to sell, they ought to look at highbid.com because you know where Greenville is, Scott, South Carolina. There was a company going out of business over there, and they had like 25 lots of boxes of different sizes, and
And nobody wants them for the most part.
well, they ended up at the last 10 minutes. They went up to where I mean, they were still a savings if you bought them, but they shot up in prices because they had like 100 boxes in a lot. But
Dang.
if it wasn't almost 4 hours to them, and depending on the traffic, 6 hours, I would have bid on some of them.
Ron, that's terrible, buddy. I hate that, man.
Good grief. After all Ron's been through and then
Yeah.
he falls and breaks his
So,
shin.
Ron, this is gonna be bad, Ron. I hate to tell you this, but you remind me of an old Hee Haw episode. That song was it? Loom despair.
Yeah,
Agony.
I mean,
Deep dark
you cannot catch
depression.
you cannot catch a break, man. That is
Sorry, Ron.
Ron, you
what
need to get on a cruise ship and stay there. Let everybody do everything for you.
Carol, you still doing whatnot sales?
am I missing Carol's whatnot sales?
She's had several. I
Does
went and
she
bought.
she claims she's so unattractive. Does she actually show herself on there or she just show her hands?
Uh, she pretty much just shows what she's selling.
She's very self-deprecating. I don't understand why.
Sorry, my
Uh,
mind went. My mind switched into 13-year-old boy right there.
she doesn't show.
Um, um,
You see the three of us on here all the time. Me and Tom are we're not going to be GQ models this week.
no,
I mean,
if you keep on though, you will be because you're getting down there.
yeah, I've now hit 195 yesterday.
We'll see Scott on the runway wearing those balloon pants, that look like they've pulled balloons up over his legs and inflated them. And
I get to my goal of 175. I'm wearing a thong
Ugh.
or a banana hammock or something.
Excuse me, I just threw up a little bit.
Ew.
Even Jody's in there heaving.
If she was here, she would say the same thing. She goes, "Nobody wants to see that shit."
Well, let me tell you what. When you go on a cruise,
Oh my god, I can't imagine everything you see.
you see people wearing stuff that they have no business wearing. Todd probably can agree with that.
Yeah, so there's
Especially the European guys. Big guys wearing speedos just ew.
yeah, so there's something to this cross lesson. So we sold a couple items on Poshmark yesterday. So
Are you just manually cross listing, or are you using a software program, or
did you not pay any attention to the show yesterday?
no, I was just there yesterday.
There, I'll put it in the chat. There is a thing. It's called Flip, FLYP.
Yeah.
And it will it links all your accounts, and it's extremely easy because you log in and it picks them all up,
Right.
and it's free, and it cross lists to let's see where it goes. It'll go to eBay, Amazon, eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, so I've been listing them on eBay and then crossing them to Mercari and Posh.
Todd, did you find anything at the Lutheran church yesterday? Or have you already
Showed
talked
you
about that?
Yeah, I got a pair of just some basic Skechers sandals and a pair of headphones and a humidifier. That was about it. I got some blue jeans for me.
Hey, Josh. Thanks a lot, man. I used to do a lot more Amazon content. See, I'm kind of the opposite where you are, Josh, where you're looking at, maybe adding Amazon. I've already added Amazon and dealt with that beast. And so I'm actually, most of my inventory here is all that I've been can keep buying is all eBay stuff for the most. So I'm actually trying to push back into eBay. And still, but send certain items. It's good to have both. So I'm, all my media, books, DVDs, new toys and new kind of stuff, I'm sending to Amazon FBA. But that stuff is easy. You list it and it's away from your life. But I'm trying much harder to push on
Patty.
on eBay right now because I kind of ignored eBay, and so I'm also expanding. I just opened a Poshmark and Mercari last week. I haven't listed enough on Mercari yet. I think I've only got like 2 or 3.
Hey, Patty.
But with that service, if something sells, you got to take it down off the other sites, right?
So all you do is go in the flip because once you cross list something, it'll list it under your items. My item, it'll show you what platforms it's on. So if you hit mark as sold, it delists it from everywhere you put it. So you just gotta log in and hit one button. I think the only one that will do it is what's
List
the cross?
perfectly.
No, it's the other one. Vendu. Vendu has a new beta program out right now. I saw something about it yesterday, where they will, if it sells on Poshmark or eBay, they automatically take it down. They're testing that right now, but not the other ones. I don't know anything about Vendu. I don't know what Vendu cost or. Let's see. I'm for free, and so Flip is free, and I can teach. That's something I can teach Johnny to do. Uh, yeah, I thought that was funny too.
Way to go, Josh. It doesn't take long to kind of figure out what lag's about.
Yeah, we tried cluing him in yesterday because yeah, and even yesterday, Josh, you didn't understand some of the stuff he was saying. Like he said that he lived in his dad's attic. Over here, he lives in his mom's basement.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a new one. And he also said he was in New Jersey, not Philadelphia. So, which is very close. You know, Philadelphia sits on the corner of New Jersey. So we're trying to hone in. Every time he says something, we write it down. We're like, till we figure out who. That's why I said lag. I'll send you one for free. Just send me your address. That was the joke, to figure out who lag is.
Yeah, because he's really a 42-year-old mother of four. Yeah.
He's probably
He probably lived.
He's probably a 6'2" drag queen.
That's right. With size 16 shoes.
Yeah.
You know, one time I did get out of a storage locker, I got some big ass shoes. I mean, those pumps. And I listed them locally, and this guy came and bought them from me.
So how much does Vendu cost? Does anybody here in the chat use Vendu? So the starter plan for $8.99 a month is they'll cross 25 items. The simple plan, 125 items. The free plan is 5. So use my link and get the free plan for unlimited. 250 items is $30. That gets expensive. Because you know I can cross 25 items, you know, in a couple of days. Especially with Poshmark allowing you to sell electronics and other things.
Todd, Bridget just fell out on the floor laughing. 25 items in a couple of days.
I know. I mean, some of us also have to deal with Amazon and ship our stuff, and
yeah. You know, it just takes forever. Once the stuff gets to the warehouse, it takes forever for it to get to where it's online. They're talking about like 14 days for my last shipment that went in.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit. The
hell, I could just I could go over there and drive over to where I sent it to, and because it's only like 5 miles away from my house, I put it on the shelf for them if they wanted me to.
Yeah, the one thing Josh, the one thing you find out about Amazon is you get tired of worrying about your account being destroyed and taken down. For their bots are out of control for the most part, and you know it happened to me quite a while ago in 2015, where I had 2 customers decide that they wanted free returns, and so they accused me of selling new as used as new. And you know, I guess it's been for a week in 2015 where I had to write a plan and all that crazy mess and for Amazon. And then in 2016, they suspended me by mistake, and it took 2 days to straighten that out. And I go, "Oh, we're sorry about that. Well, screw you, Amazon." So it's you live in fear of your account. You live in fear of a rule that's broken somewhere. Um, eBay's not perfect, but that's why I'm backing into some of these other platforms.
Right.
With Poshmark and the others and Macari. I think it's using all the platforms, getting more eyes on your product, uh, and less reliance on. I'd like to bring Amazon down into the 30-40% of my sales. So
One thing about Amazon is it's not a quick flip. Like if you're going to do FBA, if you go into on eBay or any of those, you can list it an item and you might can sell it. It might be sold by this evening. On Amazon FBA, it stuff has to get there and then they got to process it. So it could be 20, 30 days before your product ever hits the marketplace.
so but also that Tom. So here's the thing about Amazon, especially when you have a new account. So Amazon is going to, if you send it to FBA, it's going to take, like Tom said, it's going to take 3 to 4 days to get there. They're going to check it in and receive it, and then it's going to move to a transfer from the transfer warehouse to its final home. So that's going to take up to the 2 weeks. And so if you sell it, even if you sell it during this transition period, because it'll show back order but available for sale, you've got a new account, and they're going to hold part of that money in reserve. And so it could take 2 weeks to get there, and then another 2 weeks before it hits your payroll cycle, and then another 2 weeks to get the money then. So it could be 6 weeks before you get the total money from a sale. These people with eBay are about, having daily payouts and all this stuff. Can you imagine them going from daily payouts to, oh my God, it took me 6 weeks to get totally paid from it?
Yeah.
Unless so.
Well, has anybody got the instant payouts?
My account's one of those is in the middle. I don't have instant payouts, but I don't have a reserve. So whatever mine is every other Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, I get 100% of that money. So I don't have a reserve.
So you're not on daily payouts.
Never have.
I don't know that, Joanna. Do either of you guys know how to copy listings from eBay without doing it one by one? I never have tried, so I don't know.
I've never tried either.
Where are you copying it to? Or I mean, is that where a case where she needs to use Flip?
Don't know.
That's for cross listing. It won't copy a listing. But
Yeah, but where's she copying it to? Is she just wanting to save the listing on her own, or is she? Good morning, Craig. Because if she's copying it to another platform, she might could use Flip if she's just copying it to have a record of it, hit screen print.
yeah, so Craig sent me a message yesterday, and I started thinking, Craig, I'm like, of all the people I've met in this, all over the country, and people I've met at conferences and other stuff, you're one of the few. You live like an hour and a half from here. Never even met you. I'm like, that's kind of dumb.
Well, that's like Valerie lives on the north side of Charlotte. Let's say an hour away with traffic, and I've yet to get in connected with her. Patty, are you going to FlipCon? You're in this area, aren't you? You live out in the sticks, but you're still in this area.
I think Beth and Texas Val are the only people I've met. I don't live far from like a bona fide hustler. No, I met Tracy too. I saw Tracy at garage sales one day. She just walked up and said, "I thought I recognized your voice."
She said, "Let me see your hand, sir." Todd, is that you?
Yeah. She gave me a hug and everything. I was like, wow. Tracy Parks. Anyway, yeah, I haven't met too many of the YouTube resellers in person. I don't go to haven't been to one of the reseller rallies or reseller meetups or flip cons or anything like that?
Yeah, we're supposed to go to the one in Cincinnati in what September 30th or something like that.
What is that?
Oh, you're going
Reseller rally. Yeah,
reseller
Uh,
rally.
I think it's a Friday night 6 hour cruise or whatever it is.
A 3-hour tour.
Yeah, I've met Carol. Was it two or three times, Carol? Twice, three.
Mel, I don't know how to take. Mel's funny. Most people just love her to death, and there's a few people that just don't like her. I'm like, I don't
Mel
know.
who?
She lives in Australia. She's in the United States for a visit. She's going to FlipCon this week, this weekend, next week, whenever FlipCon is.
Oh, is she the blonde headed chick?
Uh, I think she's blonde. She sells mostly books or entirely books out of a big warehouse in Australia.
I just don't watch that many resellers.
When I'm like doing listings or something,
Yeah, back from burnout. Yeah, okay. Yes, I know who she is.
I'll put one of her videos on and let it run. She's pretty neat as far as I know.
I haven't decided yet, Patty, whether I'm gonna go or not. I'd
I
like
mean,
to see what they offer for $329.
at least it's more than like one day this time. I think it was all in one day last time.
So yesterday I finished my 7-day experiment with 5.1% promoted listings.
So did you find a lot more traffic?
A ton more traffic. I wish it had all translated into sales. I did have a 17% increase in sales, but um,
What did that sales cost you though? An increase in dollars?
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put a pencil and paper and figure out if it was worth the extra 5.1%.
Yeah, Josh, I made a after doing a lot of bolo content, especially on Amazon there from 2018 to mid 19. I really found out that so many new people would watch the channel just to find what was selling or what to go buy. They had no idea about how Amazon worked. They had no idea about how pricing worked, and all that stuff. So they would go buy a whole bunch of stuff that I was buying, and by the time I showed it on the video, I'd already sold out of it. I already made my money and was out, but they didn't understand that, so they would go buy it, not understanding that just because I saw the beard bite. Yeah, but today is today I might not buy an item that I bought yesterday. I wouldn't pick up a Monopoly Millennial game right now because there's no money in it. That was a temporary time when it was hot on social media, and I sold them within 3 to 4 days. I sold the last one of buying them. But there's so many people that helped Steve on the morning show on Wednesdays. I mean, he had like 18 or 20 he could get rid of. I'm like, yeah,
My next family get together, I'm gonna get my 6 and 7 year old nieces sat down at the table with a cold drink and say, "Okay, what are you girls interested in buying for or wanting for Christmas this year?" To see what the scoop is on what kids are wanting. Because one of my nieces, AK, she is high maintenance, and she's 6. I told her, Daddy, I said, Daniel, I don't know what you're going to do with her when she gets to be about 16. He
They
says, I'll probably have a part-time job to help pay for her.
they learn early.
They do. They
Girls
do.
do. I don't think boys ever learn early.
Well, I had this saying, boys are stupid and girls are crazy. And that's just because of their, uh, just the way they think. You know, you don't see too many girls jumping off of off the top of the house with a set of cardboard wings trying to fly.
So look at what the impressions did here. Not promoted, and then the last 7 days promoted. Page views, sales. These are quantity sales. This isn't the dollar amounts. The dollar amounts look better than the quantities. But anyway, I guess it's worth doing. Probably. Do, do, do.
Whoa.
You
So
promoted
you're not out
twice.
yard selling today, Scott, or they didn't have any?
It's raining.
Oh, is it? Well, I
There was
guess
only
we'll.
there was only a couple anyway, so but it's raining.
Patty, you're not.
Supposedly Glock $100 with 25% promotion sells faster, but I don't know. But it isn't just $100. The promotion also, you get charged the 5.1 or the whatever percent.
Yeah.
Also with shipping cost and with taxes. I don't know why they charge us for taxes. That's stupid.
You talking about taxes on what? Sales tax?
Yeah, if a buyer pays sales tax to buy your item, eBay also makes their cut on that amount. And I'm like, yeah, I can understand why eBay has takes fees for shipping, but I don't understand why they take fees for taxes. That's not fair. I guess because they can.
Yeah. If you don't like it, take your ball and go home. I mean, basically, that's their thoughts. That's like Amazon. Amazon's like you play by our rules or you don't play on our platform.
Yep.
It rained all last weekend here, so I don't know whether there'll probably be a yard sale this weekend.
We got
We got a
more
couple
rain.
neighborhoods tomorrow, so it's not a big loss.
What neighborhood sales?
Yeah, there's two tomorrow.
In the fall, we usually have a lot of neighborhood sales
We just have
going on.
heat, hot and dry. What's the weather going to be like today? Hot and dry. What was the weather like yesterday? Hot and dry. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? Hot and dry.
What's it supposed to be today, Todd? I can't read the small print from here.
105.
Shit. But it's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat, that's for sure.
Like a buddy of mine that lives in Phoenix, I said he's talking about it's like 110 in the shade. I said, well, it's a dry heat. He said, dry or not, it's hot. I can fry bacon on the hood of my car.
Yep.
And he grew up in South Carolina with me, so we do know. He said it is a different type of heat out here. We constantly have over 100-degree temps every day.
Yeah. Like Josh was saying there, or John, maybe it was John, was saying, yeah, eBay eBay showed more profit but less sales. So they're losing buyers and they're losing sellers, but they're
It was
showing a
me.
bigger profit because they're getting more from us, the
Yeah,
sellers.
it was actually me who said it. Thanks.
You said that also?
Yeah, it was me. I was just talking about what Josh was talking about. I was on the earnings call. They're getting their money from promoted listing and stuff. Traffic's down, sales are down, but hey, we're still making money. Thanks, sellers. We got you.
Hmm.
Well, they kind of got a monopoly. So until Elon starts Elon Mart, they don't have nobody to compete with.
Uh, Carol Scott's got two warehouses full of back stock.
Yeah, I have two storage buildings that are unlisted. That's another reason why I'm trying to get some eBay done. All this stuff that I've got laying right here, just I can't put any other stuff in there till I sell this. So
Hi, Jennifer. Didn't see you pop in. Welcome, welcome. Do, do.
Yeah, I was talking to a an auctioneer around here who does not do the. I mean, all he does is like go to businesses and sell off their stuff, live. And I was telling him about what you were doing, and he's like, "I might have to look at that."
I mean, they get 45% on the every dollar sold. I mean, it's the hardest thing to do is you gotta be able to drive traffic to your own site.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's an easy thing, but they've been doing it for like 12 years, so they've got that part down.
Are you kidding? He did. Jacob. Jacob doesn't list for 8 hours a day.
Yeah,
I mean, he should because all of that's going to be his one day. The family fortune.
he'll just set it on fire, probably. Trying to create space in my Google Drive. All these damn eBay pictures. Shit. And when I get finished done, all you got is pictures of Phoebe and Franklin. I'm like, it got quiet all of a sudden. I'm not saying Tom's loud. I'm just saying. How do you lay in bed with the brace on your shoulder? The bad thing is, I dropped a deep freeze. Mm. Tom said he's in the green room there. I think I'm here by myself. Okay, so now this is my channel. So here we go. The one thing you currently can't talk about is because they charged President Trump yesterday with all this stupidity. Um, in 2016, why did Hillary not get arrested for um, swearing up and down that the election was stolen by Russians? She made up all that shit. Uh, there were Democrats in Congress who wanted to have the election undone. Uh, remember George Bush back in 2001, whatever it was, the hanging Chad. Every Democrat in the country decided that election was stolen. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was charged with anything.
Oops.
Why is that? I knew I'd make them come back.
I tell you what, I don't. Like I said, next year's going to be a bitch.
What's the best way to make people come back? Go straight conspiracy theory on 'em.
Or
They,
say bearded picker, bearded picker, bearded picker 3 times.
yeah, I don't want to see me.
He likes Beetlejuice. Scott, we've already seen the ads for the governor's race here. It's gonna be a nasty one.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, he ain't gonna. There's no. If he loses that governor's race, y'all need to call in somebody.
Well, we've got vouchers now, school vouchers, and the Democrats and the Republicans in our state house, is working on some modifications to the charter school program, which allows for more charter schools, and the governor vetoed it.
Yeah, because he's a communist. So who's going to run on the Democrat side because he can't run again?
I forgot the guy's name, but he's a House member now. It's going to be it's going to be bad if a lot of people jump on this voucher program and see results from it. They're going to find out that some of the people of color are willing to make the effort to have to take their kid to a private school or to a charter school because the vouchers have made it, the price point worth it, and they want their kid to succeed.
The best thing they can do. That's the absolute best thing they can do. You know, put your in education and get your kid out of the craziness.
So
But the problem with that is the problem with the black community is the black community. If you've got a young man, I saw it in kids in my and they end up having only white friends because they don't fit in with their black friends anymore because you know you go tell people that you're going to get an education because they or mention conservative, you get called Uncle Tom pretty quick.
well, I'm getting ready to start throwing suits out about that because
And
that's defaming me because I am an Uncle Tom and I'm a good old son of a bitch. You know what can I say about that?
I mean,
And they're being derogatory. They're using my name as a derogatory statement.
when did taking care of yourself and doing what's best for you and doing what's best for your family and children become a negative? It's the damnedest thing you've ever seen. Uh, it's that it's hard to understand, but it's a lot of pressure. The social pressure is extreme.
You lay down. Nobody wants to see you, Heine.
I mean, but they're not the only race that's done it. Look at the Italians and all those other things back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It was you're supposed to be in the mob. You're supposed to do this. There's no education. What the hell's that?
And I'm gonna this. Hopefully, this don't get Sasha get Todd's channel brought down today. But I know people from Virginia and from New York City.
New York City.
New York City. And they are way more racist than any Southerner has been. They got a name for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not. These people were like bowling friends. We were friends, and they had a name for everybody.
Yeah, I tell people, the South gets a okay. So the South gets because of our history, we get a bad name.
Yeah.
But there are. I'm not going to lie to you. There are parts of Alabama that are just still stupid. But for the most part, Huntsville, Alabama is a metropolitan area. Very, this neighborhood is probably 70-30. When the only one I don't like is the guy 5 houses up, And the only reason I don't like him is because I don't know how the hell he keeps his yard. There's never a grass blade out of place. And every time, so I've had 4 or 5 packages come here because he's 52, I'm 62, and that's hard for the post office to understand. 252, 262, and every time I take a package up there to his house and ring the doorbell and give it to him, he answers in a bathrobe and everything else. I'm like, this dude is retired, living his best life. His yard is perfect, and I most of the time I see him in a bathrobe. I'm like, how do you do this?
Well, maybe you need to go up there and interview him for your channel.
I'm like, maybe I need to start wearing a bathrobe more often. My grass will behave.
Yeah, there was a guy that lived across the street from us. He was a black fella, and our neighborhood was a white neighborhood. Okay, he was the first black person to move into it. And my dad and the neighbors on each side of us, they had sons, and they expected their yard to be kept a certain way. After that guy moved in across the street, my dad, our neighbors were going, "Would you move?" It was going, "You boys are going to have to start doing a lot better job with your yards." Kids were starting to look shabby. But he was a pharmacist, and he was young, and his wife, this was their first home they had bought, and so everything was kept immaculate on it. You'd see him. The pharmacy he worked at wasn't too far away from his house, and he would come home at lunchtime, and you'd see him out there in this lab coat, like pharmacy coat, whatever you want to call it, and he'd be like touching up the paint on his columns. I mean, it was like, dude, really? But he had the best looking yard in the neighborhood. It made the white folk get busy. Oh, Lord have mercy. I got to finish my project today. And I'm talking about my shelves, not a project.
Sounds like Roberta needs to crack the whip on you. What the hell?
Well, because she knows her husband's old, so he could, you know. Like this morning, I didn't get out of bed till 9:15, and I was still late. I just could not get going. My ankles, and hips were bothering me this morning. I'm hoping I'm burning off some calories.
You want to hear
And
my
that's
thoughts?
why I'm on keto, because I don't want to be Tom.
Yeah, you just throw some exercise in with it. I think you do a lot better.
Yeah, I would if I would start walking like I need to. Oh, that's good. So I always pick up used shoes, man. There's stupid money in used shoes. I got a pair of those.
What are they? I can't read it.
Nike. So
Are you not concerned about any not real claims?
see how good they look.
Uh huh.
These were a really nice pair of shoes, and they got a lot of. I mean, they were hardly worn. They got a lot of tread on.
Yep. So Ron was saying they fired 500 teachers from the Houston Independent School District. So
Why?
what was the point? Because the kids weren't learning.
Oh,
But who are they going to get to put in those jobs?
Go look at some of these schools that have less than 1% and 2% of kids at grade level. I mean, they're just because first of all, they go nobody fails. It's the worst
everybody
thing.
gets a trophy.
The first thing we can do is call a kid a failure and hold them back. No, the worst thing you can do is say, you're still dumb as a fucking board. Next. That's the work, not having them learn. And then, we're gonna their whole reason for not wanting kids to drop out of school, the ugly truth about schools is it's not about the kids learning. It's not about what's good for them. They wanted those kids 16, 17, 18 because they get paid by student. These schools get paid by the student. They don't give two fucks about what they learn. They want the dollars for them their asses being in a seat.
Well, see, that's the problem like Charlotte Mecklenburg, they're going to, which is the whole county is one school district. Um, they're afraid that they're going to lose. They're not. They've built all these school buildings, and now they're not going to have the students to fill them.
Permanent substitute teachers. What's wrong
And
with this picture? God.
and I am for the school vouchers, but I'm also for somebody has got to stay on top of these recipients of these vouchers to make sure they don't jack up the dadgum tuition because they're getting all this quote free unquote money. You understand what I'm saying about that? They can't raise, just because now they're going to have vouchers and any parent, well, not any parent can get it. I think if you're under $250,000, you can get the vouchers.
Yeah, so Josh, you're right. There are some schools here, and I've seen teachers that they fired teachers for failing kids. And
There's a in the Waco area, Interstate 35, the road that goes from Dallas Fort Worth down to Austin. On the east side of Interstate 35 are pretty much Texas's worst schools. One of the little towns not too far on the east side of Waco, they had to cancel graduation ceremonies because only 4 out of 105 kids graduated. Um, but you go west of Waco, and man, all these awarded learning schools, and they're all public schools. Um, it's just situational with the community and community members. If you know,
Well, you know
um,
what shame is that like the winners of the spelling bee, national spelling bee, most of the time it's a homeschool kid that learns it. I mean that wins it. The science and math Olympics is usually a homeschool kid that wins it.
but it's just kind of sad on east east side of Waco and all the little towns out there. The main income for the people is welfare, and the west side, the main income is people working their asses off. It's just a cultural difference.
Well, I,
Um,
I think it's going to really. I really think it's going to affect the school districts in North Carolina with vouchers, and it's going to show.
Marlin, yeah, Marlin used to have, I mean, what would be multi-million-dollar homes, 80 years ago. That's what Marlin was, and now it's just a rundown trash heap.
There is
Shout out
one.
to the east side. It's
There is one school. I mean, there's one area in North Carolina that they have. It's like I said, high density housing,
when
and they want to take a Bilo building that was closed up, and they want to have a community school. They want to. It's a charter school, but it's going to be a community school. All the kids can walk to school. It's that close. So you got, I think they said it was like 2,000 houses in that area, and they can populate a elementary school, junior high, and high school just right out of the houses around that one building.
Hot Springs, yeah, I mean it's just sad. Now Robinson's kind of on the east side, but it's not too bad. But those little communities north and east, golly.
And I'm on my phone this morning because Roberta had phone calls all morning long.
Lag's trying to change the subject.
What's it? Well, Lag should be concerned because she's got those 4 kids that she's got to run through school.
So Lag, here's a good one for you. So I was at yard sales last week, and you pull up, and they've got a horizontal lawn filing cabinet in the damn trash pile. I'm like, I get my hand truck out of my car and I move it over to the side. I'm like, can y'all save this? I'll be back to get it in a couple hours. They're like, sure. And I'm like, is that lawnmower really free? He goes, yeah, it ran this spring, but it don't run anymore. I'm put it over there too. So he put sold signs on both of them, and I came back to get them. The lawnmower was all greasy and dirty, and so I get it home, and it was a sling blade issue. Y'all seen sling blade?
Uh, the show,
I
the
know what
movie?
I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
I put gas in it. Bitch fired on the first pull. And it smoked a little bit like I was in Texas, but that settled down. It's got a Honda engine on it that you can't run it with it. If it's got OLEDs, you can't kill it. So I cleaned it up, and Joni walks out there, and she's got home yesterday. She looks, she goes, "Is that the free lawnmower? Look how really nice it is. Why'd they give away for free?" I'm like, I've already washed and cleaned it. Damn it, it didn't look like this.
It's a Sling Blade. Is that the one where he talks about them French fried potatoes?
That's fried potato.
It cooked me some biscuits and slapped some mustard on there.
So,
It's good.
so Larry, God damn it, the van. So yesterday I decided I'm gonna figure out where the sensor is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I found it, and I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong with the sensor. So the sensor was probably good. I thought the red van was the first one to get attacked by the mice. Oh no, the mice actually ate the wires for the sensor, and that's why the sensor was not picking up.
So the sensor's good.
But I had the sensor. You couldn't get the wires in it, so I had to get the sensor out. And so I'm working on it. Well, I broke the end of it off, so now I got to take it to somebody to get the damn thing out. So we're putting a pause on the van until I can get it somewhere next week, or not get it somewhere, but get somebody to look at it because
I'm looking forward to the video.
Yeah, you need a bigger van anyway. You need one of them big old Ford Transits with the raised roof on it and all that kind of stuff. So you don't even have to worry about your debt pile. You just keep piling it up in there until you get it listed.
Hell, I took everything out of that van. Well, I'm gonna clean it up this weekend, and so at least when I take it to the mechanic, it doesn't smell like rat shit.
So what you gonna do with the filing cabinet? Take it to the auction?
Yeah, so I got a key order for it. So as soon as the key comes in, so it won't be this Monday going, but next Monday I'll take the file, I'll take it and sell it. It's probably worth $40-$50, I would think. Those vertical ones, I mean those horizontal ones are more expensive. I would like to keep it, but I can't figure out anywhere to stick it in here. And no comments from you, Carol.
I'll tell you what now. The thrift stores get a file, like a 4-drawer file cabinet. That thing, if you want it, you better get it because it will be gone real fast. Like, because you talk about paying $7 for a file cabinet, and then you go look at one from even at Walmart or whatnot. They're $100.
But that's what I'm saying. This is a Han. This is one of the solid ones. The Han is much thicker, much nicer.
Right. We'll take it to the auction and see what they can get for it.
The last Han I got $35 for a regular one. So that's why I figure it's at least $35 for that big thing. But I figured I'd get more. The key costs $3.97. I figured I'd get more money if I had a key in it, so they know they can lock it and unlock it.
Right.
The free pile. I'm taking the lawnmower this week, so who knows what I'll get for it. I'll let you. I'll keep you updated on the free lawnmower. Maybe I'll make a video. How much does the free lawnmower go?
If it's got a Honda motor, it ought to do pretty good.
I would think so. So around that side of the building it's where the corner of the property and the corner of the neighborhood. So I tested it out. I ran it all through the damn stuff that was, this tall, and it filled the bag up twice. So it cuts like a champ.
Oh, Scott lives in one of them neighborhoods where you got to bag your grass cuttings.
No, the lawnmower had a bagger on it. It's got a bagger on it.
Damn, the bagger is probably worth the money by itself.
A free Honda mower is a Toro. It's a Toro motor with a Toro lawnmower with a Honda engine and a bag on it. It's not a self-propelled. It's a push, but that's okay.
I don't like self-propelled. I'd rather push. Self-propelled are too slow.
If you're out there trying to push a yard, you die.
I can get out there and cut. I'll get out there in the early morning and cut it while it's still somewhat cool. But I'll get out there. My yard's not even a quarter acre. I can cut the hell out of it.
Roberta, you're gonna be a widower, whatever it is.
I'm in one part of the house. She's on the phone in the office.
She's probably still listening. She likes us.
Yeah, that's the reason she keeps raising my life insurance amount. Like redoing the pantry. The shelving part was not the problem. It was all the cans of food and stuff, like the boxes of food that we have that's got to go on, and it gets heavy.
Yeah, Mike, you're 100% correct. On those, it's got a letter and a number. It's got a letter and a 3-digit number, and that tells you which key goes with it. And so there's a website that sells those keys, and it tells you which one goes to which. So I figured it out on the website, and then I ordered on eBay because eBay was only $3.97 versus $9.
Hey, Coin Crew. We're not talking much silver and gold this morning, Coin Crew, but good to see you.
Like say he took out a life insurance policy on you today.
Okay, what's what's gold and silver like? Is it still pretty flat?
It's been going down lately.
Okay, so here's an example. One of those is the color gold, and one of them is the color silver. So there you go. What's it like? There you go.
Let's see. What are we doing? I'm going to look at the price of gold today. Let's see. 1941. Oh, it jumped back up a little bit today.
Good.
Yeah, they've been beating down the silver and gold prices lately.
Because that market is controlled by the same people that control everything else.
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, if they, I was watching a video, and anything on YouTube is true, and they were talking about the Russians are really trying to cut off the grain supply from Ukraine. Hell, a damn bag of rice or a bag of flour might end up being worth more than a chunk of gold.
Yeah, Coin Crew, we talk a lot about reselling here. And we mix in some politics and some weather and some all kind of crap.
BS.
Don't limit us to one topic because we're not staying on it.
All of us need to be on some Adderall or something.
Stock market's flat.
Oh my God.
It's going sideways.
Adderall makes me bounce off walls.
Oh, does it? Well, you get some listing done. You probably look like Beavis when he's.
That's what I need right there. I need the STS number.
Well, do a short on the key on the keys for the file cabinets, Scott.
Oh my God, Rise and Grind. How are you doing, bud? Haven't heard from you in a year. You used to be on YouTube all the time. Where'd you go?
All right, that's not it.
Rise and grind. Didn't you used to have hair? Look at that picture. Did you go bald on us?
I think it's a trend. People want to be cool, like what's his name, Rankin Prophet.
He's got hair. What are you talking about?
I thought last time I saw him, I thought he had.
Steve
Maybe I
Rankin.
got him. Huh?
Steve Rankin is not bald.
I thought he had shaved his head. I don't. Maybe I saw one of his shows, and maybe I got him mixed up with the other guy.
I saw that video he put out yesterday. He wasn't bald in it.
Or was he not?
Border Patrol Scott.
Let's see.
Neck and spine surgery. Holy crap.
Oh Lord, don't.
He just
Mom-
his is very cropped and short right in his picture, but he's got like a 2 o'clock shadow on his head.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hey, Rise and Grind, didn't you start that Facebook group with Lonnie? Is that the one that Lonnie's does now?
It was a panel with 4 sellers.
You're coming back on YouTube in the next 6. Okay.
It was a Sunday night show with Chad and Steve and Steph, and there were several of them on there, maybe six or 7 channel.
Rise and Grinds, he was one of the young guys that I used to give a hard time to. Always called him a punk.
Everybody's young to you.
I know.
You should change your channel name to the Grandpa Reseller.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, above ground. That's it. The Reseller 6-pack. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since you.
Anybody talk to Chad lately? How's he doing?
I think he's doing pretty good. He was showing watch repair stuff, wasn't he? He's got some pretty cool projects going. Bumcrack remembers Rise and Grind. Glenn remembers Rise and Grind.
All right. I need to get out of here and get back finishing up my project.
We got a search button.
I got 8 orders to pack, so.
Don't forget to go get your ticket today. You could be the winner of $1.5 billion.
Oh boy.
Oh, is the lottery up that high?
It's like 1.29 or something like that.
Good grief.
But you'd only end up with probably about 500 million, 400 million. Time you pay taxes, and if you took it all at one time.
Well, it's about the weekend. It's time to get your weekend jam on.
The weekend, wasn't he one of the fellas on Jersey Shores?
I don't think I ever watched an episode.
I don't either, but I just remember it was. I remember their name, and Snooky. That's the only ones I remember, and the only reason I know Snooky is because they did a South Park episode where Jersey was taking over the world or the United States. All right, Todrick. Y'all have a great weekend.
Well, goodbye, Tom. Have a good weekend. See you Monday.
See, yeah. Look for Todd's show on Monday. He always has some.
Stacker.
He has some brilliant people on his show.
Stacker Blue, how you doing?
And then there's us.
Yeah. Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah, some brilliant people, and then there's us. Trying to find these. Trying to find these Sperry's. I don't
Those
think they
look
ever
pretty
wore.
cool.
I don't think they ever wore them. Maybe once or twice around the house.
Later, Piano Man.
Yeah, sing us a song.
And the microphone smells like a beer, sounds like a beer.
I don't understand how someone who has 15 million pairs of reading glasses can't find a pair.
That's my wife. Can't
They're
find my
everywhere.
glasses.
All right, so let's try this number then. 97.
Uh, Sperry's always sell. Let's see. We're talking shoes. I gotta.
And of course, none show up. Damn it. Because I need to get these listed so that I can teach Johnny how to cross list.
I didn't know Dr. Scholl's made fisherman sandals, but there they are. Pretty good shape. Half price men's shoes, $2.50. So they'll sell for $20, I bet.
So we can't find those. Let's try the other ones. And these are the better ones because they have leather. They have leather strings in them. They're worth a little bit more money because of the leather strings.
The ones that go around the back of the heel.
Yeah, that leather versus the cloth, and then these are the same shape. I mean, I don't think she wore them, but she did because you can't see it in the camera. But even right there, none of that's worn off.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
Oh, geez. Dr. Scholl's fisherman sandals, $38, $35, $60. Jeez. I didn't know these were worth that much.
Oh, I found them on eBay. It went in.
Oh, look on Souls. Okay, now they're 25.
So somebody wants $39 for these. They call it two-eyed brown leather. Oh, two eyes. Duh.
Yeah, on the laces.
Yeah. Yeah, let's find a better listing than that one. I lost my search.
Disc bulging into your spinal cord. Holy crap. Sorry, man.
They've all got a name. You just got to figure out what the name is. These people are crazy. So there's the same shoes on Poshmark. They list them as sold, never worn. They sold them for $16.
Huh.
What's wrong with these people?
$60 on the Dr. Scholl's or your shoe or Scott's shoes. Probably Scott's. Yeah, your shoes are real clean, so
Yeah, I see a lot of them that say I know, but I've only got. I think I've only got $3 in them, so they might be 39. Yeah, Shane, you're 100% correct. I've been listening to a lot of shoes, and people undervalue them 100%. Ah,
Yeah, Shane, you had surgery. This is my wife's her new pacemaker hole. It's a week after the installation. What do you call it? Surgery? Implantation, I guess. Yeah, we all got health things going on. How'd you hurt your neck, Rise and Grind? Lifting a heavy inventory? It sounds like a Tommy Bernard sale right there, Rise and Grind. Ouch. Yeah, she's been sore.
yeah, people discount the size as a factor, conditions a factor. They just see, oh, that they want to list those the same as somebody else. If yours are better than somebody else, list them for more money.
No idea. It was in the gym mainly. I think I got skinny. Started hitting the gym like crazy. Hey, you lost a bunch of weight, huh? But then you hurt yourself in the gym. That's bad. We all need to go get some more exercise, but when we do, we hurt ourselves. That's not a good thing. You tweaked your pinky. Yeah, Gwen's not supposed to lift anything heavier than a jug of milk, so yeah.
If you hear that I've been injured in the gym, you know that's Russian disinformation.
Yeah. It's my
I
little
might
gym right here, the old treadmill.
I might get chased by a dog walking around the neighborhood, but that'd be the extent of it. Damn it, these shoes. All right, next. Tired of messing with these.
Yeah, everybody wants to be fit. I want to be fit, but I'm not willing to do the work to get there.
I just don't want to be fat anymore. That's why I've still got 20 pounds. I'm under 200. Hopefully for the last time, I'm gonna stay under 200.
Your pinky still hurts. Darn.
Who is that, Larry?
It's Lag. His pinky
Lag.
hurts.
Why if I gotta be old? We're eating lunch with friends here in town.
Mm-hmm.
I told Johnny she's got a doctor's appointment at 10. She's probably gonna come tell me I gotta go. We gotta get ready to go here in a minute. But I told her we need to go to the estate sale and then go to lunch. They want to eat at 11:30. Who eats at 11:30? Who eats lunch at 11:30? What the?
Oh.
I guess I was not eating breakfast or anything then, because I'll just wait and eat a salad at the restaurant. These are Nike. I don't think these were ever worn either. 2835-100. Yeah, these women's golf shoes. They were kind of interesting looking. They were $3 at an estate sale. I don't think they were ever worn.
Huh.
I didn't clean these up or anything. These are exactly how I bought them. But you would think if they wore them, there'd be something in them. There's not a rock, a stone, a mark, a nothing. And the same thing on the leather. There's not a mark, a stone, a nothing.
They look kind of airy. Around here, if you wore shoes like that, they'd be covered in mud and dirt and grass and all kinds of crap.
So it looks like there's only one pair that was listed, or one pair sold. Somebody got 37 free shipping for a used pair. That means it's gonna cost them more to get it from here.
Lag's never been quite right.
All right, I have to go. I just got a text. Are you ready? It's raining. I have on flip flops,
That's good.
so I have to go. I have to go change shoes, or I will be needing neck surgery because I would break my neck in these ones here that these Merrills they're still got good tread on them, but one of the little things is coming loose right there. I'm like, you wear a pair of shoes for 6 years, you think you got another 5 or 6 years on them, but yeah.
34 waist. I passed 34 waist about 25 years ago.
I'm down to like a 35 waist. 34 is a touch tight. 36 falls off. So I'm thinking about 35, but they don't make 35. So I'm either uncomfortable in 34s or wearing a belt with 36. That's the way it goes. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. See you on Todd. So I'll see you on Tom's show Tuesday. I won't be here on Monday.
All right. I got to go pack some orders. All right, everybody. We're out of here. Thanks for showing up. And we'll see y'all Monday. I'll be doing a show on Monday. So, bye. Oh, end broadcast. There it is. Okay, end broadcast. And we're out. Almost.